Are you looking for a podcast about an epileptic pup?
Well, then you must be thinking of another podcast.
Good evening, Kelsey. Welcome to
Good
2025.
evening, Woo! I'm so excited to be here.
Man.
Happy to be here, ready to win.
This is the first episode of 2025. It is, well, that is the day. It's hard to say that day anymore, but it...
What?
Well, this is going to air...
Oh, shit.
You know, you don't just say that day anymore. It's like a
No,
whole
you sure
thing
don't.
now, you know? It's the first YMBToAP. It's the first Monday of the year. Which
There
is
we
true.
go.
Yeah, we didn't even have an interlude on the first Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's YMBToAP, season 6.
Yeah. Fuck. Man. Are we doing the Seinfeld rule?
Wait, is it season 6? I guess it wouldn't be season 6 until Nostradamus burns down. Nostradamus.
Nostradamus?
Nostradamus. He's all Nostradamus self-immolates.
He just goes, fuck! And just burns up. Yeah. So that would be in April. Season 6
Yeah.
would start. But technically,
Okay, well, get ready.
we're still going.
This is the season finale of YMBToAP season 5.
Yep. Except we have 3 more months of the finale.
Exactly. We're ramping up to the finale. We're in the final stretch, guys.
That's right. But to also start this brand new year with a brand new YMBToAP, would like to get a couple housekeeping items out of the way. If you are a shrimpy, you probably already know a lot of these things. If you've already been in our Discord, you've probably seen this stuff, but we are overhauling the user experience here.
Yeah, that's a good phrase.
That's exactly what we're doing. You'll still get it every Monday. That's a thing.
Always.
But in case you haven't noticed, because maybe you're blind, so you've never seen us,
Okay,
you won't be
yeah.
seeing us no more.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going back
done
to
with
audio.
faces.
Yeah.
We're in audio format, you know? We tried video for like a couple of years, and it was fun. But we were stretching the YMBToAP fabric very thin.
There is no video solution for what we do that will match this audio quality.
Not a free one, I'll tell you that much. And we were paying for a service that was like audio quality that we weren't happy with. So
Yeah. So, like, I don't even know if paying would have really done it because I've listened to podcasts with guests using some of those other places, and
Yeah.
it depends on what they are using as well. You know what I mean? So there's no guarantee that a different program for maybe more money would have yielded a better solution.
yeah.
I think we perfected this one. We're going back to perfection. You know what I
Yes.
mean? YMBToAP perfection right here. Every Monday.
YMBToAP perfection. That is Robert and Kelsey quality audio product every Monday.
That is right. You will also see less of us on Fridays. No more Friday
Yes.
Roundup.
No more Roundup.
Too bad you can't see me
Sorry.
cry.
I didn't sound
Man.
very sorry there.
I'm
Like,
going to have
I'm
so much fun
genuinely-
with like doing bigger emotions that like nobody can see anymore. This is great.
Now we can look stupid without any fear.
I know. The way we used to. See,
Oh,
you
yeah.
could hear the stupid. You know?
Yeah.
Now you're just going to
That's
get
the
to hear the
charm.
stupid again. That's right. Yeah, so no more Friday Roundup, but we have our Discord where we still will put that kind of news, which, speaking of the Discord,
Speaking of the Discord,
that shit's free, man. That
Get in
shit's
there.
free. Yeah, I'm going to put a thing. There's a way to put like an invite, like in like a link
Yeah.
or something that people can just click it and hop right in it. I don't think we even have to go like approve or whatever.
nope. Just gonna come on
Um,
right in. Water's fine.
I'll figure that out. Check the show notes on now and future episodes. I'll just have a button in there and just come join the Discord. I'm pretty sure you could search it. YMBToAP Discord in Google. I don't know. It'll probably show up something.
Hell, you could probably just
in
come
Discord.
in for one day and bully us and then leave.
You sure
if that's
could.
your jam,
Why not?
why
But,
not?
yeah, that is a free, open to the public thing. We still have pre-rambles, so you probably already heard the pre-ramble, but now
Guess what? Pre-ramble's free.
it's free as well. What the fuck? You were like, I've never seen this before. Well, some people have seen quite a few of them.
Yeah, some people have like 200 of those in the bag, but
Yeah.
guess what? Those aren't going free. Just the new ones.
Yeah. We were doing what we called our Zeitgeist monthly deep dives.
Mm-hmm.
We will probably still do some in an interlude capacity, but
Yeah.
we enjoyed those. We put a lot of work in those. So
We
those
sure do.
we will be releasing throughout the year, off and on. If we need a break, boom, random old Zeitgeist interlude. At some point, all of those that we have done, which I think we counted was like 30,
There's like 40 of them. There's a lot.
They will all be out there at some point. Not all up front. We will trickle those out, but stay tuned to see all those because they definitely came a long way, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
But I would say look more into interludes from us. That will be kind of our Zeitgeist replacement whenever we see fit to do those, I guess. And that's about it.
I'm excited. I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty and I feel like celebrating.
Because I haven't had one of these all day. Let's do
Let's
this.
crack it open. Oh, the echo. That's nice.
The like sensation that just like went through me, man. That sounded like our soundbite.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Oh, that's really good.
I've been needing that. That's smooth.
So that's kind of just some updates for the year. I mean, probably, smaller changes here and there as we go forward. If you were part of the Patreon, just know your bank account is safe.
Yeah.
We won't be drafting money from this point forward.
Right.
So,
YMBToAP is always evolving. So stay tuned.
literally.
Literally. That's kind of why I said this one season 5, I think, because now we're starting like our new iteration on, or season 6, our new iteration on the brand that is YMBToAP.
Yeah.
And
Hey, most first seasons always shorter.
it's true.
And then they get to the longer thing. So you know
that
what?
was our pilot season.
Yeah, we had 16 eps in the first season. Then we bumped it up to a full 22 or 26,
There you go.
whatever you want. So it's the full 22 season, So yeah, this is season 6. Welcome to season 6, everybody.
Welcome to season 6.
But anyway, are we doing the Seinfeld rule?
What is the Seinfeld rule? Where we
You know the
hit 10 seasons
Seinfeld rule?
and stop?
That's 9 seasons.
9 seasons.
Yeah, he says you can't stay fresh after 9.
We're
But
keeping it fresh year after year.
But we already have probably more episodes than there were of Seinfeld in 9 seasons because we do it every
For
fucking
sure.
week. I'm about to look that
Yeah.
up.
How many episodes? Yeah. Check it out. I want to guess. I'm going to say
Well, see, you liked Seinfeld. I didn't watch
loved
it like that,
Seinfeld.
so I would not have any idea.
I'm going to bet that they have 210 episodes of Seinfeld.
They didn't even crack 200.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
The last one was 180.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised too.
20 episodes a season, I guess.
Actually, pretty much. Let me hop back up here to the top. See, dude, season 1, 5 episodes.
Oh my God.
5.
That's so short.
Did it 5, 12, 23, 24, 22, 24, 24, and then they stuck around that. So, but yeah,
There
the
you go.
first one was 5, and it took a year for those 5 episodes to air.
Can you imagine? Oh my God.
July
Weird.
5th, 1989 was the first one, and then May 31st of 90. Almost a year between the first episode and second.
What? Why? How does that
Absolutely
happen?
nuts. I don't know. I guess because that was like purely the pilot, and they did the pilot and went like, we don't know, and then they were like, yeah, we'll do it, and they just made the rest of the season, perhaps.
That's so strange. Fascinating facts here with YMBToAP.
Yeah, we like weird stuff. But anyway.
Anyway, so I moved
Yes,
a
you
couple
did.
times, as you most certainly heard in the pre-ramble because you listened because it's free now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you about it. So I didn't want to. We had so much stuff to move. Like we, of course, needed a U-Haul. We ended up needing 2 U-Hauls, which that's a whole other kettle of fish. But on the first U-Haul, which is what we thought was going to be the last U-Haul, I drove Richard's car and he drove my truck attached to the back of the U-Haul on a little trailer.
Okay.
You ever driven a truck or a vehicle up onto a trailer?
Yes.
It's so
Just
scary.
recently, and
Oh my
I
God.
nailed it.
Oh my God.
But then the trailer was too small.
Oh no.
So they were like, "Oh my fucking God." And they had to make me back up because, okay, real quick aside, because then
Okay.
I wasn't there for the rest of it, and I wish I was. So I back up, and they go, "Oh yeah, there's this like metal piece that's like, it's like where the spare tire goes."
Uh-huh.
But they built like the thing that like the welding that it hangs on inside the trailer. It's not hanging on the outside of the trailer. It's inside and then hanging out. And
What?
then so you know the spare is on the outside, but the pole that's holding it is inside, thus reducing your space.
Okay, that's strange.
So the trailer was then taken home because we were having a family member do it.
Okay.
And they cut it out, like just like got out like the fucking blowtorch and like chopped it
What?
off, right? Well, because they didn't want it anymore. So they
Okay.
did that. Then they drove it up on the trailer without me there because I had to go, I think, pick up someone or take someone to the airport or some shit.
Okay.
And they cut that thing jagged and diagonal.
Oh,
so
no.
when they drove it up, boom, blew the tires.
Oh my God. Terrible.
And I
That's
was like,
stressful.
wasn't me though. So anyway, yeah, stressful stuff. These trailers.
Yeah. So like I got a Toyota Tacoma and she fit just right up
Yeah,
there.
that's not too big. Okay.
Yeah. So we got it on there and we were like, how do we like nail it down? You know,
Yeah.
how do you attach it so it stays on the highway the entire trip?
Yeah.
So Richard had to like climb up underneath the truck and there's a series of chains that you put around the axles. Like there's one for the front axle.
Yeah.
Secure that down real good. There's one for the back axle. Get that thing on. And then each of the front tires comes with like this net that you drive over the net and then like hook it over your tire. And what do you call those things? Like ratchets. You ratchet it down and just like get
Just
it solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suck it on down. I was worried that the tires were going to pop because the thing was so damn tight, but I was like, we're not going to lose this truck. I don't want any funny business happening. So
Yeah.
Richard's in front of me with the truck. I'm behind him with all 4 cats. And we're going up the highway. And everything is pretty smooth. Like everything goes really well. And we get to a rest stop like halfway through because he's got an electric vehicle. So we had to, charge up and all that. And so while we're doing that, we're like, let's just check on the truck to make sure it's good. And we check on it. And one of the tire things had like slipped off the tire. We're like, oh
Okay.
no. So got that like fixed and then ratcheted down even harder. I was like, I don't want the tires to pop, but they're like, it was like a grocery store ham in a mesh bag.
Yeah.
It was like that tight. And I was nervous about it. And then we also had to double check the chains and found that one of the chains had started to come loose. I was like, okay, well,
Okay.
let's tie that back on. So get it retied, get it all ratcheted, get it going back up the highway. And the roads, once we get to our new beautiful city of Denton, there are like so many potholes on 35 heading into
Yeah.
Denton from the north. It's bad. And like we were on even just the side road of 35, like exiting off to the hotel. And I felt so bad. There was like a huge pothole that I didn't see until we were like right up on it. And so I see the truck go like bouncing over it. And I'm like, okay, glad it's on there tightly. And then I, hit it at the same speed, unfortunately, and all the cats like catch air in the back seat, but they were fine. So we get to the hotel and it's like time to take the truck off. And I'm like, thank God everything was good because I was worried about those potholes. And we go to get the truck off. No tire chains on, no webbing on. The truck was just on there.
Oh.
Like it was just parked on there, like not secured down by any fashion at all. And I don't know how that happened. And I don't know how it stayed on there.
Yeah. Oh
That's
my God.
so scary to me. Like, I was behind this truck. We were doing like 80 down 35 together.
Yeah.
If that thing had come off, it would have been toast for all of us.
That was
But
a final destination moment, but it wasn't your time.
yeah, yeah. So we escaped death that day,
Huh.
me and the 4 cats. It was a rough drive, just like in terms of catship, because
Yeah.
most of them are pretty good. Like, Dee Dee fell asleep in the front seat and just woke up when we were at the rest stops and was like, "Oh, are we here? Are we home?" But poor Boosh, like, she is so nervous in the car, and I don't know why. Like, I guess it's because maybe we've never. She should have the least reason to be nervous of any of them, because like we have 2 adult cats that have been like, we picked them up like the last time their last owners drove them somewhere. They were leaving their home for good.
Yeah.
So they have reason to be afraid. Poor Boosh though. She freaked me out because like I noticed she was pretty quiet like an hour into the drive. So I turn around and look at her, and she is full on foaming at the mouth.
Oh.
Like, just a
Yeah.
big bubble of foam like coming out of her mouth. And I called Richard and I was like, I think Boosh is dying. And he's like, she's probably fine. What's going on? And I told him like, she's got like foam just all over her chin.
Yeah.
But we checked on her, and she just like whipped herself up into a panic basically, and was
Yeah.
panting and drooling and just like creating bubbles. But she ended up being okay, and everything ended up being fine. But when we got her home, the first thing she did, we put them down in my office here, and because
Okay.
my office is like the entry room to the home, which is weird because it's a converted garage, which I'm hoping it doesn't sound echoey in here. That'll be an audio engineering feature for us if it does. But yeah, so we set them down in here on our little like fake hardwood floors,
Okay.
and opened the little cat cage. The first thing she does is like come out and just start peeing and running.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had like wet herself in the thing.
Yeah.
So we had a blanket underneath her, you know, like a little towel just to absorb any kind of liquids, because you just kind of have to do that when you travel with cats. But like, you know, the fur absorbs a lot. So
Yeah.
she had her whole tail just like soaked in pee, and then she was actively peeing as she was running. And just like this entire room was just cat piss central for a long time. And
Remember, Tenzin did that when we moved to that apartment earlier
God.
last year. Like, he did the
Yeah.
same thing. Like, but it was like a 5-minute drive though, and still
Man.
just like piss everywhere in that crate.
I was upset. Like, I know that she had traveled a long way, so I wasn't mad at her, but I was like upset that it was
Well,
happening,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, I'm like trying to catch her, like, stop running all over the house. You're dragging piss everywhere. So eventually, you know, got her, cleaned her up and all that. But the pee smell, cat pee smell in anything, it doesn't matter how long it sits,
Yeah.
how quick you clean it up, like, it just persists. And cats, a unique feature of cats is like, once they pee somewhere, they're like, oh, I pee here now. And
Yeah.
then they just keep peeing there. So my office, we had a bunch of, this was the drop off area for all the boxes, for all the, like, the moving boxes. And some of them, you know, full of shit, take the lid off, like when we're looking for something, because we weren't unpacking it all in one day. So there's
Yeah.
like lidless boxes laying around, and then there's like half unpacked boxes laying around, and there's empty boxes full of other boxes, and just, you know, boxes.
Yeah.
So it became litter boxes, which we
Okay.
didn't know was happening, because every time I walked in here, I would be like, still smells like cat piss. Turns out she was just peeing in all the boxes all the time.
Oh my God. So you sold all of your stuff.
We lost a lot of stuff. I had to throw away a couple of boxes of clothes. It was a whole mess. We washed everything that was like, she peed in the fucking dishes. I was like, how dare you? So those boiled for hours.
Yeah.
Finally got them, you know, clean. But still, the memory remains. I will never understand the wirings of a cat's brain. Like, they pee somewhere once and they're just like, this is it forever. I'm peeing here now. So
Yeah, they don't
that
make
was
sense.
a fun. No, they don't make sense.
Because see, 5-minute drive from that place to that one, peed all in the crate, moving an hour away from there to where we are now, nothing. Because I just like had my finger in the crate, just like barely petting him the whole time. And I was like, this is making the difference. I know it. It's all
And it
this one
did.
finger, you know?
Man, I don't understand cats. God bless them.
Also, so this harkens back. If you're new to YMToAP, the Discord is free, as we said. But in a previous conversation we've had in the Discord, I'm officially converted to Kelsey's powder dish detergent.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
I
right?
am a hardcore. Yeah, I definitely do the powder stuff now. It's the fucking best.
It
Yeah.
cleans everything so
Dude,
nice.
Okay. So we
Everything
have
is
some.
so shiny, so
Yes,
sparkly.
we have plastic cups that I put in there sometimes, and they're clear.
Uh-huh.
And then I even put some of our like ramekins in there sometimes after I use spicy ketchup and shit, right?
Yeah.
They'd always be cloudy when I would use the gel. So I'd wind up washing those again to get them to be uncloudy, right? Never a cloudy day with powder.
Never a cloud.
It's great. It's so phenomenal.
It's amazing. It's making me want to switch away from, because I use liquid detergent in my clothes. And I'm like, are there clouds on my clothes? Do I need to
So-
switch to a powder there?
Taylor does use a like a sprinkle in detergent thing. You ever been to Buff City?
I've heard of it. There's one in Denton, actually.
Okay. Everyone that I know that's been there, like they love it way more than Lush.
Okay.
Buff City is pretty cool. You can have any scent created into like soap, hand soap, like the foaming hand soap,
Uh-huh.
laundry soap, dryer sheet stuff. Like you can have like any scent they have created into like a bunch of different objects for you, right?
I'm going to need to find an orange scent and just get the whole suite.
I don't think they have one of those.
Fuck
It's
off.
kind of limited, but Taylor has one called Commando.
Okay.
That is literally her favorite scent on the planet. She has like 8 candles of it to like.
Oh my
They're
God.
just like stockpiled. She has that like sprinkle in Commando detergent stuff.
I'm going to look up Buff City soap scents.
Buff City's pretty legit. I think it's a little pricey, but hey, what in that vein wouldn't be? You know what I mean?
Right. Soap is, everything is expensive.
Yeah.
They do have like straight up liquid laundry soap. So they have powdered laundry soap too, or no?
Yes, because that's what we have. So
Okay.
so like you have the little wooden spoon and you gotta like
Oh,
and, you know,
fancy.
put it in there. I haven't used it yet. I'm still using like just the Tide blue goo, you know.
They have dryer balls too. We use dryer
Mm.
balls, and I love them.
Yes, Taylor got them Commando infused, so now you throw the dryer balls in there, and the clothes smell just triple commandoed.
What the hell does Commando smell like? I need to get a scent descriptor on this. Notes
that would
of
definitely be a Taylor
vanilla, lavender, smoke, and cedar. Smells like freedom and taking risks.
I mean, it smells pretty manly to me.
Okay.
I like it. It's not my favorite. Of course, my favorite, there was like an apple one they had, and I was like, ooh, I like
Oh, man.
apples.
I love apples.
I love apples. But check out Buff City if you don't want to do like big company sprinkle stuff or
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm gonna
But
check 'em out.
I would like to try a sprinkle detergent like that too. But we are looking at also getting a new washer dryer soon. So
Hell
maybe that's
yeah.
the perfect time to find new soap.
Why are you getting new
So-
washer dryer? Didn't you just get these?
No.
Oh.
No, these are like my mom's super old ones that are shit-tastic.
Okay. You gonna
No.
get the Samsung ones to sing?
No. Samsungs are
Yeah, they're trash.
crappy. Yeah, they're bad. I love Samsung. I love Samsung shit, but sorry. I know their washer dryers are crappy.
Yeah.
So I thought Maytag was the top, but all my research lately has been leading me towards LG.
Oh.
So I'm thinking I might be
have-
going back to an LG.
I can't remember if I have an LG or a GE.
So I thought GE was good too. And my mom was like, fuck GE. I hate GE. And I was like, okay,
Whoa.
shit.
All right.
This is very dramatic.
A spicy.
we're just not going to do it. It's fine. But LG's so big in the front loading market, and front loading is not great.
I have a front load dryer.
Front load dryers are fine, but front load washers,
I thought
bad.
those were like supposed to get the clothes cleaner.
They don't drain the water as well.
Okay.
So they can stay wetter, potentially get moldier, I guess. Like,
Yuck.
there's pros and cons for both, but on that pro and con list, Taylor preferred top loading.
Okay.
So we agreed no front loading. Plus, if that ever like has a problem, the water will just spill out.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was like, no thanks. I don't want to ever
don't want that.
potentially deal with that.
Yeah. No thanks.
So I'm sorry to hear about your piss covered dishes. That
Yeah.
hurts me.
Everything is disinfected now, so like, you know me, I would not eat off of
Oh,
piss
yeah.
dishes. So don't be afraid of piss dishes when you come to my house. They're clean.
I won't. I'll definitely sniff them first, but
Yeah, please sniff.
Okay.
Please tell me. I'm so paranoid now that something in here still smells like cat pee and I can't smell it because I'm overexposed, you know?
that's true. Yeah.
When my sister came over, I was like, "Do you smell cat pee?" And she was like, "What are you talking about?"
Dude. Okay. When we went on the honeymoon.
Uh-huh.
So, okay. To preface, in case you are new to YMToAP, my dad had passed away in May,
Mm-hmm.
and then I moved in to take care of mom, right?
Right.
My dad had smoked in this house for quite a while. And
Yeah.
it has been since May. It is now January of kind of trying to air things out, air purifiers and all that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Still can smell smoke sometimes. And it's like, bro, we kills the walls and did all
Yeah.
this shit. And somehow, in the rafters, that smell is still there.
Once you smoke in a home, that's it.
Yeah.
I lived at my grandparents' house for 10 years, and I still smelled smoke from when my granny was smoking in the 90s.
Yeah. Like, it's almost impossible.
Yeah,
So I
it
want to
is.
get some of those ozone machines.
Yes, we got an ozonator for the cat piss issue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we stayed in a pet hotel for a few nights when we were first moving back. So
Yeah.
every night, or like between guests and stuff, they just had an ozonator in the room, and
Yeah.
it was like, "Don't touch this. The staff will use this." And like whenever a guest leaves, they run that ozonator for however long,
Yeah.
and then they let the room air out because you have to let it air out because it smells awful. I hate the smell of ozone is so
Okay.
bad, and it's dangerous too. Like it'll
Yeah.
hurt your lungs, especially for small animals. But
Okay.
definitely get an ozonator. We used one for all the stinky stuff, and it is unstinkified.
Okay. I might have to do that. Well, what else has been going on?
It was Christmas time
It was Christmas time.
and my birthday time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have a good birthday?
I did. I
Good.
got a little present, and I'm wearing them right now. It's these SteelSeries Game Buds, not sponsored. Extremely passionate.
Good,
You
okay.
and I are both in the SteelSeries market.
Oh, big time.
They have the best audio quality in the market. I will stand
Yeah.
by SteelSeries until I die. I just love them so much. I had been lamenting my headphones, not because I didn't like them, because honestly, I still have them over here, and I look at them and I'm like, I could wear those again for gaming because they were so comfy. But
They're just old, man. They're old now.
they're just old. So I got these new earbuds, and
Okay.
they are like the in-ear ones.
Yeah.
And you know me, I'm picky about how stuff fits in my ears.
Yeah.
So I've been rocking these Yabras for quite a while, and they're nicely shaped. They're not the round style. They're kind of triangular.
Yeah.
But the Yabras didn't have the sound quality that I needed for gaming, and they
Oh,
weren't
yeah.
really, they're an audio. They're
They're a
a
music thing.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, music's podcast, that kind of stuff. So the SteelSeries has all these different. Okay, so let me talk about the fit.
Okay.
Let me see if I can show you one, because they're similar to the Yabra in shape. They're like triangular kind of.
Yeah.
But they're like even more
It
triangular.
looks a
than the
lot
Yabra.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty similar.
Okay.
I have one right here that I'm going to compare, so you can you're getting a full audio-visual experience. They're pretty similar. I think that the SteelSeries is just a little bit
And
more
then-
angular.
Oh, and then there's mine. Yeah. Let's just
Yeah,
show
there's
each other our
yours.
Yabras.
Yeah, these are all of our Yabras.
I almost wouldn't be able to tell those apart, honestly.
Yeah, they are really close. Like
That's pretty similar.
But you know what? The weight of it,
Okay.
the weight of the SteelSeries is way lighter.
I figured.
And the
Dude,
way they fit,
yaw bras are heavy. I'm not gonna
they're
lie.
chunky.
They're heavy.
Like, yeah, they got a good base in them though, you know. So
Yeah, that's
they're
true.
worth it. But no, the Steel Series, they're like paper light, and they
very
fit so
nice.
comfy in my ear. Like the
Okay.
angles hug the curves just right. They're just slotted in, locked and loaded. They're a dream fit, and it comes with like all the different size ear cups, so you can like swap them out and stuff. But the ones
Yeah.
that it came with were totally fine for me. This is the most I've talked in them, and
Okay.
it's exciting because they have transparency mode. So like I can hear myself talking.
Yeah, I know. You want to hear yourself, which weirds me out.
Whenever I'm in headphones talking, I feel like my voice gets different. Like
Okay.
it's almost like when a deaf person talks. And
Yeah.
I'm not trying to disparage the deaf community in any way. I guess you're probably not hearing this if you're deaf anyway, so
Yeah.
fuck you. Just kidding.
But no, like that's the whole thing because
Yeah.
I've like seen them do that where like they're wearing their implants and then they talk and then like they'll shut them off and continue the conversation and their voice slowly
Changes.
kind of changes. Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like my voice changes when I can't hear myself. So I was always like in my head about it. But yeah, now I can hear myself talk and I can just like, I'm not weighed down. I can wear my beautiful cat ears.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about, the glasses pushing on the
I
sides
was
of my
about
head.
to say like when I swapped to true wireless buds, I was like, this is the most freeing thing I've ever experienced in my life. Why would I ever get over the ears again? You know?
I know. I feel like
Fuck, now
I love.
Am I about to buy
over the-
more Steel Series shit?
They're just so good. Okay, so the sound profile. The sound profile is clean as fuck. And it is like so right. So they have different presets for different games and stuff. And there are some people that of course are online being like, it doesn't sound any different at all. But like I put in my buds and I was playing Overwatch and I was like, you know what? There is an Overwatch preset.
Yeah.
I should change it to that. And it sounded wholly new. Like it's a
Yeah.
different game. I'm hearing bullet sounds that I haven't heard before. I'm hearing like music in the background that I haven't heard before.
Yeah.
It's totally a different experience. So
I mean, that's what I
again,
used to
not
do.
sponsored.
PlayStation 4, I guess. They had the gold headset thing. And they had
Yeah.
a companion app. In certain games, they would do a profile for that game. And I thought they
Yeah.
always sounded like very great for that game. Like they would do like a Last of Us one, which would make this sound heavier. And then here's a Call of Duty mode so that the footsteps are heavy. You know, the things that each one needs. Like, I know they perfected that shit.
But yeah, they're like honestly a game changer for me, quite
Yeah.
literally. I'm very happy with them. If you guys are at all on the fence about these or like in the market for some new earbuds, I highly recommend the Steel Series. And you can use them you can like swap it between Bluetooth and 2.4, so it like goes
okay.
seamlessly.
Yeah.
I just tap the headphone I think 3 times or something, and then I can just swap immediately from my phone to my computer and back.
I mean, that's honestly not even a bad price for not even being on sale.
What is the price of these things? Like 150, 160?
$160? That's
Yeah,
not
it's not bad.
bad. Like that's not bad. But so what?
And I'm so happy.
But so there's no hub, right? You just get the little dongle thing that you got to
Yeah,
plug
there's
in.
a little dongle. You plug that into your PC, and then you can like pair it. So the dongle is only on the black pair, or no, maybe. So the dongle that goes into your PC,
Yeah.
is only on the black pair. The white pair does not pair with PCs, but it pairs with PlayStation.
Okay.
But it's weird to me because the black pair will also pair with PlayStation. So
Yeah.
it does Xbox, it does PC, it does PlayStation.
But so
I'm pretty sure it could do Switch or Steam Deck.
See, I'd have to figure it out because it plugs in USB-C, right?
It does, which I thought was strange. I was like, I don't have a USB-C port on my computer, but I do.
And see, I do, but that's what my microphone's plugged in, so that I don't have a spot for it. So I'd have to figure it out.
It does come with a USB to USB-C male and a USB to USB-C female.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's options here.
There's options, and it's worth
They
exploring.
look cool.
They're so nice, and the case is so cute because it says GLHF on the inside.
Yeah. I don't need these. I don't
You don't
need
need
these.
'em.
I don't need them.
But you could want them.
I want them.
The only thing I miss
but
about
very cool.
my headphones is just the look of them. I like the I like the
Oh, yeah.
style,
Yeah.
They're pretty.
And see,
But-
too bad we're not on camera now, because you would just be rocking the whole normal person look, whereas
Yeah.
I'm all giant headphoney.
Plugged in.
Yeah. Well, cool. I would like to try those. I mean, Mary got, because PlayStation released an earbud version like that, so there's like a Sony PlayStation version of those.
Yeah.
And she bought those a long time ago because she doesn't like things on her ear, so she would never own like a pair like this. And then when they released those, she bought them, and those are $200. But they're like kind of like for the PlayStation, whereas
Yeah.
those are a bit more versatile.
Yeah. Are you using, please tell me that you're using, and that I have just been like in the dark, the SteelSeries GG app?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
And then like the sonar thing.
Yes.
Oh, Sonar's the best.
See, I never
Sonar's
had
great.
like an account or anything with my other headphones, and I couldn't like pair them because they didn't have the number or whatever. But like I got these and I immediately was like, get the app, pair
But
them up.
also, Sonar didn't work on our old ones. So like if you were to plug those in, Sonar doesn't work for those. But it worked for these
Okay.
ones that I got, remember?
Okay,
And so
right.
since
'Cause
those
you're
are
on the new
new,
headset.
yeah, we're both Sonar capable now. And
Yes,
Sonar's
it's so nice.
the fucking best. Like,
It's amazing.
so I actually have like my computer set to the gaming preset, and then like us while we're podcasting, you're in the chat one that I have mixed entirely differently. But like it'll mix, so like it plays you in a profile, but then the YouTube video that I watch in a different profile. So I'm getting the best of
Yeah.
both worlds.
So you could
At
like
the same time.
adjust it. It's so nice.
They're great. That's phenomenal.
God bless.
I'll watch out for a sale. But speaking of sale, not really for Christmas. I got like a couple things for Christmas. We didn't really go very hard this year. We did have a fucking wedding.
Yeah.
So didn't really go hard for Christmas. But everybody will know that I did, I guess it was like 2 years ago, Barnes & Noble was like, hey, it's the end of the year, 50% off hardcovers, right?
Yes.
And I just like happened to see a TikTok that was all like, that includes those big Berserk books or whatever. So I got like the only 2 in the store, which was 1 and 8.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So I was like, I'm not going to read this because what? I don't have 2 through 7. That'd be a waste of my time. So for 2 years, none of them. And last year, they didn't do the sale, which was like the first time in years that they've never done it. So I was like, oh, well, that's fucked up. I'll never have it again.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts. Why didn't
Yeah.
they have it last year?
I don't know. They just didn't fucking do
Because
it.
it got like too TikToked.
I guess. So then I'm sitting there at Christmas going like, I'll check Barnes & Noble. I look, 50% off hardcovers, select hardcovers. They were not included. And I went, cool, another year down the drain. I get home from Christmas, just browsing TikTok, and they go, hey, did you guys see the 1/3 off of all hardbacks in store? And I was like, what? So I look it up, and the very next day they did a 1/3 off of all hardcovers,
Nice.
which would include Berserk stuff. But if you have the premium membership, which is $40 a year, you get 10% on top of that. So it became basically
Oh.
45% off,
That's quite nice.
which is almost the full 50% that I was used to.
almost.
So I snuck out and went to one. I got 2 and 3. And then the guy... Okay, so I go to check out, and I was like, oh, yeah, here, just these. And this girl goes, man, these are really popular today. And I was like, oh, okay. And then this old lady comes over and goes, yeah, I have seen these. What is this? What is
Oh, no.
these? And I went, it is a graphic novel that's been happening since the 80s. And she just went,
There you
cool.
go.
And I was like, whew, don't wanna
That's
talk-
enough.
We're good. And then like I said the exact right thing, because then I just see this face just like pop out of nowhere. You talk about Berserk? And this dude comes around the corner that works there, and he's all like, you buying Berserk, my man? Oh, my man. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my God. You're going to fucking love it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. 2 and 3. Don't you need 1? And I was like, well, I already have 1. And he's like, oh, so you're going to, oh, okay. You're going to, okay. I'm going to check this guy out. And he like pushes the girl aside, just like flings her across the store.
Okay.
And he's just like, oh man, you're going to love these. Have you ever watched, okay. So if you haven't watched the shows, like I've seen both the shows, I've seen the movies. And he's like, oh, okay. So you're not unfamiliar. So what's the deal with these? And I was like, well, I've just never read it. And he was like, you're going to love it. Oh my God. And I was like, cool. Well, now I have 1, 2, 3, and 8. So I'll take it from there. And he's like, well, I can probably get 4 and 5 here within like the next couple days before the sale's over. And I was like, I mean, sure.
This man's working for you.
Put them on order for me, right? Only 4 ever arrived.
Okay.
So I did go back and get 4 at some point. And then I was telling Mary about it, who was a previous guest on season 2 of YMBToAP. We'll go with season 2.
Season 1.
Probably. It's been a hot minute. But she was like, it really rubs me the wrong way that you won't have a complete set. She's like, I just looked up the Barnes & Noble that I'm going to today, and they have all the rest.
Oh, hell yeah.
Am I getting them? And I was like, Merry Christmas to me? So I had her get the rest of them, and now I have 1 through 14 all lined up on the shelf, and I can start reading them.
Very nice.
45% off. Let's preface with that. 45% off. Still about $270.
Oh my God. That's so much. Oh man. But they're a collector's item.
They are a collector's thing, and now
it's complete,
done.
right?
And it's done.
yeah.
No, well, like I have all that's out now. There will be more in the future.
Okay, so somebody's picked up the mantle and they're going with it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so they're still making it. And then one day a deluxe will come out, and then I can get that.
Okay.
But so now I have them all, which leads me to not quite the same as my New Year's resolution last year. I'm not making a thing of like, I'm going to read a book a month, which I did.
Okay.
By the way, I have my count for last year.
Oh, me too. What was yours?
3.
Okay. I got 12, so.
Hey, you did it.
I wanted 24, but I did 12.
Well, you hit my number, so that's something.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Hobbit, which was the first one, Anthem, and then that book Stolen, and that was it.
All right.
I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So anyway, I'm going to read more this year, but I think for the new year, I think I'm leaving gaming behind for a little bit.
Oh?
I think I'm walking away for a while.
What are you gonna do?
I want to watch more movies again. I am so behind. I used to watch so much more stuff.
Yeah.
I am so vastly behind. I still haven't even finished that stupid the 10 movies that break your audience thing. Like I'm still at the same point that I was, I think, like 2 years ago.
Man.
Like I just haven't been in enough of a movie mode. So me and Taylor had discussed more of a like, all right, we're going to like bring up a movie or bring up a show, and we can decide if that's it has to be together or if it can be watched separate kind of thing. Because I was like,
what do you mean? Oh, like you can watch without her?
Yeah, like we've both agreed there are certain things that like she's waited to watch thinking that I might want to watch it, and there's things that I have not watched thinking she might want to watch it. And she's like, actually, I don't give a fuck about that. And I'm like, cool. I've wasted 2 years. I could have watched it by now, So we're going to kind of have a new system on how we do those because I'm going to watch a lot more shit. That's what I want to do. And I feel like I've been trying to play games just because I say that I want to, but not because I actually want to.
Yeah.
Like I'm just going like, I'm going to play a game because I enjoy games, so I'm just going to play one. And then I'm like, well, I'm just playing it, but I'm not like in it like I was Helldivers,
Yeah.
We've been doing Call of Duty Zombies. That's fun, but once you beat the 3 maps, that's it.
Yeah.
There's not a lot after that. And actually, there's a whole update for Helldivers that we haven't even touched yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they brought in the 3rd wave of people, which is super funny because they're like called the Voteless.
The Voteless.
Yeah, so like the Illuminate come in and they take over normal people's bodies and create like these zombie people. So now they're called the Voteless, and that is
Okay.
so fucking funny. I've played one game of that, and it is so different. All my loadouts meant nothing. I was like, I gotta like relearn the game.
Oh no.
But I was in there with randos, and that wasn't fun, so I haven't picked it up again
Okay.
since like November. Like it's been a hot minute since I've played
Yeah.
anything. I haven't really turned on the PlayStation all of December.
I've been playing. I didn't put this in our topic suggestions. I'll probably talk about it in a future episode, but I've been playing a new game that I'm getting a big kick out of.
I know it's not
I know.
mine.
It's Path of Exile 2. So
Yeah, not mine.
look forward
Mine
to a
was
future
Marvel
episode on that.
Rivals.
Oh, you still playing that?
No, like
Yeah, I think.
I played it when it started, and I was like, this is cool, but like I'm not that competitive, and I don't want to
Yeah.
play it that hard.
I saw a lot of content about it when it first hit market, and everyone was like, this is the next Overwatch. Overwatch is going down. And then I haven't seen anything since then. So
Yeah.
I'm like, do people still play it?
It's still huge.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
it's massively huge, and it's about to drop new characters and shit. But I just
good.
I don't want to play. I just don't want to play it. I don't want to play
Yeah.
anything like that for the most part, really. So
That's fair.
I'm not
I
going
hope
to.
it has, yeah. I hope it has success simply for the fact that I want Overwatch to like look and listen.
Yeah.
And, you know, have a little bit of pressure from some kind of competitor that says like, I hope they don't do battle passes the same way Overwatch does.
They do it Helldiver style.
Okay. That's not terrible. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
like battle pass stuff in general. That's just like the way the video games are now. So,
Yeah.
but man, there was a new Diva skin that came out, and I was like, that's cute. I could probably buy it. I have some Overwatch coin. It was 20 human dollars
Mm-hmm.
for a skin, and that's all you get.
Yeah.
I'm not made of money. I don't. Who's buying those?
But also, like, I don't know. Let's go. I mean, Overwatch is a little bit different because it is almost 10 years old.
yeah, it's 9 years old this year.
Okay.
My God.
I was going to say, in 10 years, are you going to fucking remember that skin? But it's Overwatch, so you might.
You might.
You know, it's not like, because, like, I was going to buy Assassin's Creed Mirage for Black Friday. And I was like, do I get the deluxe one? I was like, what's different? And, like, you get a gold sword. And I was like, who the fuck cares? You can take my real money for a sword that I'm going to use for the 20 hours I play this game and then I'll never see it again? I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
I don't like how video games are these days.
And I think that's why I'm maybe not wanting to play them.
Yeah.
Like, I even tried, because I've been trying to do Blue Sky some more. And, like, I put on there how, like, I'm going to do easy mode because I just want to play them and enjoy them and move on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to sit, like, I'll sit and master God of War when that one comes out. I don't really want to master Stellar Blade that hard. It doesn't mean that much to me. I kind of want to just know what's the idea and then be done.
Right.
So you know what?
And you can learn that on Twitch.
Easy mode is fine. You know,
Yeah.
like that's fine. I don't know. Naughty Dog games, play those on hard, maybe. Like, the ones I care about, I'll master. But other than that, I think I'm going easy mode from now on because I just want to play it. And now I have all these games and I'm like, I don't really want to play them. I just want to watch stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just in a watch mode. I'm going to watch a fuck ton more movies. And I'm going to try to read Berserk and maybe get into reading. I almost bought an e-reader.
Oh, you're going to get a Kobo?
I was looking at Kobos.
I've got the Kobo Libre 2.
But no. I would probably just get the Nook because I just want to support Barnes & Noble. It's pretty similar.
Okay.
Does the Kobo have the page buttons?
No.
Because for some reason, I'm really infatuated with having a dedicated button that you press and it turns the page.
Okay.
I
yeah, you
think
just tap the
that's-
screen on the Kobo.
Well, you can do that on the Nook too, but there's a button, and I can have a tactile, and then do it. Or you can like press and hold the button, and it jumps to the next chapter, or something.
Interesting.
So like it has uses.
Yeah.
But all money would go towards Barnes and Noble, which is the main reason I'm even considering the Nook over all the rest.
Okay.
Because I just want them to have the money. Do you know how much fucking money we've spent at Barnes & Noble since the beginning of the year with that premium
A lot.
membership? God fucking damn. Taylor's bought some books. That girl has bought
All right.
books. And so I was a little like, what if I got a Nook for them? But I just decided I'll keep using the app on my tablet, and who cares about
Yeah.
a charge that lasts 2 weeks? Like, I charge my tablet every day. It's fine. You know?
Yeah.
I'm never
whatever
reading
works.
long enough to be like, oh no, it's going to die.
Yeah.
And I'm usually near a charger. So I just read on this big thing. It's fine.
It works.
So, yeah, I'm just changing my media consumption for the new year.
That's good. One thing I'm doing for the new year is I am deciding to take my health more seriously, which I think I say that every year, but this year
I'm in that camp, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I turned 35 and I feel like I'm starting to feel in my 30s. So
Okay.
I decided to just like bring up some concerns that I've had to the doctor because there's like things that are going on with my body that I've always thought like this is a normal human experience, but when I describe it to anybody else, they're like that is so abnormal. And
Okay.
you should see a doctor about it. So I'm like, okay, I'll see a doctor finally. So yeah, I went to the doctor on New Year's Eve actually.
Oh, okay.
And they took 6 vials of blood.
And you didn't walk out.
So I took Richard with me, my dedicated support animal, and I feel so bad for the phlebotomist every time because I go in there and I'm just like, I'm not going to have a good time, and neither are you.
Hey, you give him a fair warning.
Yeah, I mean, I just told her straight up. I was like, I'm really scared of needles, and that's that. And I brought Richard because he's like the talker, you know. He'll both talk to the nurse to tell them like what I need, and then also talk to me so that I'm not freaking out during the process.
Yeah.
So he told them like if you can get her in the hand, that's gonna be better for her because she doesn't do well with like the crook of the elbow stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, when we say it doesn't do well, like it's not that my veins are bad, it's that
okay.
I'm bad.
Oh, okay.
I do not like, it's something about the elbow that I really fucking can't. It's hard to see on camera. Can you see how bruised my hand is?
A little bit. Yeah. Right there.
Yeah, she stuck me like 6 times or so.
Fucking damn it.
I
Yeah.
passed out.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And when I came to, she was like, yeah, we can't get any blood out of your hand. And I was just like, oh God, please. So when I was able to stand up, they took me to a room because I was like, if you have somewhere I can lay down, it's going to be better for both of us, I feel. And so she gets me a room where I can lay down, and she gets me an ice pack and water, and she's a very sweet lady. And I had been fasting for like 16 hours by this point.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not good on my feet when I fast, and when I fast and also I'm having blood taken away from me, I'm really not good.
I thought you were about to say, I'm not good on my feet normally.
In general.
Yeah. So this is just all bad.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of what I'm going to the doctor for generally is like, I'm not good on my feet, but, so yeah, we get to the room and lay me down, and she's able to get the elbow in like one stick, and it's super smooth and awesome. And it went so fast that I neglected to ask for the butterfly needle, which I normally do.
Okay.
And I remember last time I brought this up on the podcast, you were like, why do you get the butterfly? It hurts so bad. It's terrible.
Yeah, because she was mean to me.
And I've always had good experience with the butterfly. Like you feel the stick and everything, but it's fine. But yeah, I didn't ask for the butterfly this time, and I feel like there was less of a pinch and the blood came out faster.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think I'll ask for the butterfly anymore.
My thing is, as long as I don't look, because, like, you know how, like, your mind can trick you? Like, if I were to just, like, pinch your skin, that hurts the exact same as the needle going in. So as long as you don't look, you could go, like, well, I'm just getting pinched.
Yeah.
You know, you can imagine the sensation as something different happening. Because
Yeah. I can
just
imagine
don't
that
look.
there's a little guy with a little shovel on me, you know?
Yeah, I don't fucking look. And every time, smooth and easy. But then this one time, the lady was just like, why don't you look? And I was like, do you want me to look? Because I'm going to have a bad time. And I looked and was like,
Yeah. God, I could never. I've never once had any interest in looking.
Oh, I've never looked at it fully.
And I've never met a
Taylor's
phlebotomist who's like, why aren't you looking?
Just like right there, yeah, do that. Ooh,
Disgusting.
Oh, look at that. Oh wow, that's a gusher. You know. She fucking watches.
I can't.
But I mean, she was also a vet tech and used to do that on dogs. Like she's used to it, kind of.
True.
Whereas I'm the guy that watched her get her.
Her daith pierced.
Yeah, the day. Yeah, see, I couldn't even remember the word because I almost wasn't there
'Cause you
mentally when
blacked
it
out.
happened. Oh, that was the time.
Yeah, I would have passed out too.
But so that's not that long ago. So you're still waiting on results?
Yeah, still waiting on results.
Okay.
So I'll update everybody when the shit comes through. I'm not dying. I know that much. But
Yeah. No, you're
it's
just you're doing preventative maintenance.
yeah,
Which we all
it's
should
just
do.
like, yeah, I think it's more important as you get old, and while we still have, I don't know, health
You
insurance.
should
I wish
phrase
health
that different.
insurance. What?
As we get old,
As we get older.
there you go.
I found a laugh line the other day. I have a video of myself finding it and making a face, and it made me simultaneously very sad and very happy.
Bro. If I take... Okay, I think I can never get LASIK because these arms right here hide how much the wrinkles are up here from me squinting and laughing and shit. Like, up here, I could never not have glasses because if I took them off, people would just be like, God damn, he's like 100 up there. Ugh.
His eyes have seen some shit.
Oh, yeah. I know that it will all go good, but hopefully you find out some good stuff from doing this.
Yeah, hopefully.
You know? With that, you want
Cheers
to
to
take...
2025.
Cheers to 2025. You want to take a little bitty break?
Let's take an itty bitty tiny break.
Just a little bitty quick one.
Oh, you think you know what happened to me? Look, I'm back, and I'm about to unearth all the secrets in Old Cove. So do a little refresher on Season 1 and get caught up before Season 2 arrives. Trust and believe. You don't want to miss what's coming.
Welcome to Severed, a podcast suite that offers a rotation of content centered around true crime to paranormal cases. Severed True Crime covers high to low profile true crime cases like The Westfield Watcher, The Staircase, The Keepers, and other binge-worthy favorites on Netflix. Severed Paranormal peers into the quarter moon windows of the Amityville Horror House, The Conjuring House, and other mysterious cases, locations, and urban legends.
I'm Harry Chambers.
And I'm Drew Hudson. We want you along for this investigative and haunting roundup. Scare you soon.
Okay, so speaking of video games,
Okay.
I played a game. Okay, so do you remember back when Nintendo released this like thing, this like weird website and kind of a guerrilla marketing thing? It was like a man in a bag.
Oh, Baghead dude.
Baghead dude, and he had like a
Okay.
spooky smiley face,
Yeah.
and it was like creepy as hell, and everyone's like, what's Nintendo doing, like a new horror property?
Yeah.
And then fucking nothing happened. It was the third installment and the first installment in 27 years of the Famicom Detective Club series.
Yeah.
They just like quietly released that and didn't shout it from the rooftops, which is weird to me because Nintendo has like, it's an established history of games that were really successful in Japan, and then they kind of disappeared. And they recently, what do you call them? Localized the first two for America, and they like did the English translations and all that. So they're playable now on the Switch store, you know?
Okay.
And they were just so quiet about releasing Emio. It was so weird. So we were just like, by chance, I just had an inkling one day. I was like, what happened to that weird Nintendo property? So I looked it up. It's Emio, Famicom Detective Club. And I was immediately very interested because we played the last two Famicoms and they were really exciting and good. Like, it's some of the best storytelling that Nintendo has done, in my opinion. And so got Emio, and it's a pretty decent length graphic novel. Like, it's not graphic novel, visual novel. It's a beefy thing that took us quite some time to play through, and it was really intense. Like, it was a very it reminded me a lot of what was the name of that anime we watched around Christmas time where the
Erased?
boy Erased. Yes, it reminded me very much of Erased.
Okay.
The storytelling was just so good, and like the emotional punches that were delivered, they were really poignant, but they did it in a way where they weren't like outright showing the kids getting beat up or something,
Okay.
like you see in Erased.
Yeah.
Which is typical for Nintendo. We expected that. So
Yeah.
you get to the end of the game, you solve the murder and everything, and at the end, there's still a couple of plot holes. So we were like, well, is it going to wrap this up? And what happened to that? And so we sit and we wait until after the credits, because maybe there's a post-credit scene that clears it up.
Yeah.
And there is a post-credit scene where you are like met with your detective buddy, and he's like, hey, if you want to sit down and go over some of the darker parts of the case files, we can do that, but you need parental permission to do that. So let me know. So Nintendo did this thing. They put an entire like anime movie after the video game,
Okay.
and you can go watch it, and it like clears up all this like backstory and kind of plot holes that were in the game that made you wonder. And it's so fucking sad. I was crying so hard because they do show kids getting punched in the face and shit, and it's like serious. It's so hard. Like you go to a kid's funeral and like you see the kid like placing stuff on his buddy in the grave, and I'm like, man, this sucks. But it's one of the best video game experiences I have had in recent years, so I highly recommend playing MEO and then watching the movie afterward with a box of tissues, because my God, got me right in the gut.
Okay. I was not
It
going
was a
to
good
expect
time.
that at all from this game.
No, me either. I was just like, cool,
Okay.
another detective game. It's going to be a good time. And man, it just like grabbed me by the seat of the pants and was like, we're going on a ride.
Yeah.
So play MEO at your own risk.
Okay. I'm like a little shook by that. I'm like, oh, all right, Nintendo. Because, I mean, they've been loosening up on kind of the M-rated stuff for a while now.
Yeah.
So,
But they
'cause,
haven't
like,
shown like outright child abuse
No.
and murder.
But, I
there was
mean-
so much fucking blood.
they did release Conker's Bad Fur Day back in the day, where you talked to a giant piece of poop and a big titted flower.
Yeah, but that's
That's
totally
like as hard
different
as they
vibes.
went,
Yeah.
But like they have a whole like Nintendo 64 like adult section that's only I think available in Japan right now or something.
Yeah.
So
that
like
tracks.
it's like they're trying to like loosen it up a little bit. So that's interesting. That could be a whole thing for them now.
I would really like
not,
to see.
Not saying they go full on in on like kid murder games, but
I would definitely like to see more dark detective stories from Nintendo. I think that they have like a big market that they're not tapping, because
who else has those?
I mean, visual novels are so good, and there are so few of them that really like pull at the heart like that.
Yeah.
So if you're a visual novel fan, if you're a mystery fan at all, check out MEO. It's EMIO.
Okay.
It's a good time.
I'm going to go ahead and spoil this next bit of the section for you with my question out front here.
Okay.
So, I mean, I went to quite a few movies this year, and actually, I went to so few, I'm not going to get my platinum membership at Cinemark.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I have to go like 27. Well, I had to go because it's now the new year. But at the end of the year, I was 40 tickets shy or 27 visits shy. And I was
That's
like,
nuts.
I can't fucking go 27 times in 7 days.
No.
It's not going to fucking happen. So I know I lost out on platinum there. But I did see a fair share of movies this year. Have you seen many this year?
I really haven't. Like, we spent so much of the year in a place that didn't have a movie theater and
Yeah.
or moving. So I
Do
don't feel
you-
like I saw nearly enough.
Do you have a favorite that you can recall this year?
I think, honestly, a favorite movie that I watched this year is probably something we did for an interlude. If I had to narrow it down.
Is it Joker?
Actually, no.
I was going to be surprised.
I really did enjoy watching both of the Joker movies. I enjoyed Wicked more than those.
I mean, that's a
But
great
that's-
movie.
It's a great movie. It's all I have in recent memory. So
Yeah.
I can't recall the last movie I saw that I was just like, fuck yeah.
Well, I don't know how you'll ever watch it, but Smile 2 was hands down my favorite movie this year.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to put it... I've been trying to figure out its placement. I really think it's probably going to go number 2 or number 3 behind the Evil Dead remake.
Okay. Wow.
I thought that movie was perfection. It was so great. It did all the things that I want. You know, I want like a little bit of gross stuff, scares that aren't just a boo or a cat running by, you know, the jump scare shit, just like being creepy, right? Like that's just fucking scary. I don't like that. Plus, this movie did have a lot of bum rushes, and you know I don't like being bum rushed. You know I fucking don't like that shit.
Yes.
Tons of bum rushes, but the last 20 minutes is nonstop. Just nonstop. Like, why won't this thing give us a break? You know I like that shit.
That's good shit.
This movie was so amazing. It is literally one of my top 5 horror movies of all time. I will be thinking about this movie forever.
That's big.
Am I
Is it top
scared of
5?
this movie? Not at all. I just love this movie.
Okay. So is it top 5 horror movies or top 5 movies?
Horror movies.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good movie, but like it's a good horror movie up front. Like that's where it shines. I think it should be a blueprint for a lot of them coming out in the future.
Nice.
Let's get away from the jump scare shit. Like jump scares have their place, right? They do have their place.
I don't think
and this
they
one
do.
has some. Sometimes it works, but like when
I've
that's all
never-
you got,
Yeah.
no, that doesn't work.
I feel like the jump scare is really it's the crutch of a bad movie maker, in my
Yes.
opinion.
Because you
And
cannot
I-
think of anything else.
Yeah, like what are we gonna do here? Oh, what about a big scary face? Like,
Yeah. Okay.
it's just unnecessary.
This one does have a big scary face. Like it does that from time to time.
Yeah.
But like the majority of them is just in its imagery alone. And you know, that's the good shit. Like let me just intake a horrific sight
Yeah.
and live in it. You know what I mean?
I
Like
just want to be grossed out.
let me just fucking have
Scared.
this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It was such a good... It was a very good, like, you know, let's not believe our female leads. Oh, it's just a girl being whatever. But, like, she's like, you're not fucking listening to what I'm fucking saying. And nobody listens.
Yeah.
It was great on that shit. It sold it very, very, very well.
I would really like to see Smile and Smile too, but I'm scared.
So here's what because I watched them with Adrian, and she thought they'd be really scary, but she loved them. She just thought they were great. I thought Smile 1 was unexpected. I like Smile 1. I have said it's very good, but I wouldn't be like, oh, you have to see it. I would just be like, it's better than you think. And
Okay.
that's where that lies. But this one is like on a different fucking level. Dude, oh my god, the ending. Okay. But also for you, oh, I know where it's got you.
Okay.
Sound design.
Oh, yes.
The sound design is so phenomenal. The music is phenomenal. I know that I think you saw me and Ferdin were talking about the fake pop star that's in it. Her music is better than half the music
Yeah.
that came out in 2024.
I didn't know that there was a fake pop star in the movie, and I love when movies do
Why?
that.
But answer me this. How come all fake musical artists better than all the real ones? Every fucking time.
I know.
Every
time. They're so good.
They're always better. Dude, there is one scene where they're just doing choreography with her for one of her upcoming things, and you'd be like, this is better than half the shit I've seen happen for real somewhere. And it's them just practicing something, you know?
Oh, man.
It's ridiculous. Like, the premise they went with here with like a pop star thing really worked. The ending just fucking hits it for me. I love the ending. I fucking love the end of this movie. It's so nonstop. You know I like a villain or a monster thing that like really enjoy. That sounds so bad, but like really enjoys the torture of the person
Like
that
Art
it's
the Clown.
fucking. Yeah, like they just enjoy the torture part of it.
Yeah.
Whatever this entity is, really fucking goes ham on her in this one. Because in the first one, like there was like a little bit of it, but this one was just like, I'm not done fucking with you, and it just keeps going, and you're like,
All right.
when will it end? What is happening? And it has such a good twist about what's happening. I just fucking love this movie. It is a top 5 scary movie of all time. It's right up there with Evil Dead remake for me. I fucking love this movie. I would watch it nonstop all the time.
I would love to watch it.
Dude, the main girl, Naomi Scott,
Uh-huh.
working. She was working to make that money in this movie. Oh, I bought every moment she was on screen. You know, like you'll watch and be like, oh yeah, they're playing it up. They're so scared. I literally bought every moment of what she was doing.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, she was amazing. It's just a great movie.
There's like a backlog of horror movies that I want to watch because I want to watch Smile and Smile 2. I really want to watch The Substance. I really want to watch.
I want to watch that so bad still, yeah.
I want to see Long Legs. Like, there's just a.
See?
There's-
That's why I'm in the movie mode. Like I
Yeah.
haven't watched so much shit.
I feel like I've been out of the horror game for a while too. Like, I see some here and there, but I don't like partake in the genre anymore like I used to. And I feel like I'm ready for it again.
Well, but you usually have to do it alone, right?
Yeah, I do.
Which I know a lot of other people that do that, and like the horror that I enjoy, I usually have to partake in alone.
Yeah.
Like Terrifier was an alone thing until I found out how fucked up Adri was, so, you know. But like she loves it. Like Taylor's never seen them still, you know. And she has no interest in it, and that is a-okay. It is definitely
Yeah.
not for everybody.
Right.
But it does make it hard when you're the only person that wants to partake in a genre, but you also don't want to partake in that genre alone.
I know.
Because
It's very
what
difficult.
what if you watch something super fucking scary? You had to
Yeah,
watch it
and then I'm
alone.
gonna be scared.
Exactly.
By myself.
So we'll have to figure it out. We'll have to maybe do like horror nights or something, and
Yeah,
try to
I would
like
love that.
crank out like 2 every session or something, and really burn up a backlog. You know.
Yeah, that would be a good time.
But speaking
One
of
horror
that,
movie.
yeah.
Yes, one horror movie that I was able to convince Richard to go to with me for my birthday. I requested that we
okay.
get tickets to Nosferatu.
Okay. That movie, to me,
Uh-huh.
had what I was talking about, just the chilling sit-in-it moments. Tell me
But-
if you agree with this, though.
Okay.
When Thomas is getting to the castle, and, like, the carriage comes out to greet him, and, like, the door just swings open and shit, and the whole him entering the castle, nothing happens. I was on the edge of my seat.
Yes.
That's
I
the horror
loved-
that I like. That.
Yeah. Okay. So Nosferatu had a great helping of just like creepy, sinister stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And it had like such like the artistry and panache that I expected from the movie. So I was really happy that we got that.
Okay.
But at the same time, there was a lot of jump scares in this movie. And I'm like, to what end?
Yeah.
We didn't need all the jump scares. I don't need a big spooky face coming up with just like, oh, violin noise. Like, that's so cheap.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that was like, I don't know. Maybe that's, you know, to appeal to some of the masses, you know?
I guess, yeah, it just feels, really, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like,
Contrived.
maybe, yeah, trite. I don't know. Like, it
Yeah.
just feels cheap, I guess is the best way to say it.
Yeah.
Like, I was expecting more highbrow kind of stuff. I don't know. Nosferatu.
I actually was expecting, I guess, more scary movie. You know what I mean? But this was not a scary movie. This was a
No.
haunting movie.
Yeah.
Does that make
yeah.
sense? Yeah.
I would, if I had watched Crimson Peak, I feel like I could compare it to Crimson Peak. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But see, I'm not a huge fan of Crimson Peak.
And I wasn't a huge fan of Nosferatu.
Man, I'm a big fan of Nosferatu.
I
I
enjoyed my
literally-
time with it.
It ended, and I was just like 10 out of fucking 10. I was like, I love this. This was amazing. And Taylor was just like, I've seen that.
See, I
And
kind
I
of thought
don't
that
know
you
where
guys
to
would
feel.
be the opposite. I thought that maybe Taylor would like it more than you did because of like the romance story that happens. But I don't know. I mean, that's kind of what drew me into it. I wanted more of like the romance. I want that Goblin King vibe, you know, the like fear me, love me, do as I say, and I will be your slave. I wanted that out of this movie.
Interesting that you would say that. You don't know about that?
No, what?
Oh, that Robert Eggers is remaking Labyrinth next?
Don't tell me what.
Yeah. That's his
No.
next project.
No, I don't want him to do that.
That's his project.
No.
Yep, it's
I don't want
happening.
that.
It's happening.
No,
It's
don't do
happening.
that.
It's already
No.
happening.
Take it away.
Like, okay. This is actually not even that long an episode for what we're doing, so I'll go into it a bit more.
Okay.
Because I just really, really liked how it just kind of was what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't very complex. It just was the story. And it was so believable horror for me. Like, this...
Yeah.
It didn't feel crazy supernatural.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, yeah, there's this dude, but like, you can tell, like, he's dying. Like, he is an ancient, ailing, failing thing.
Yeah.
Like, it ended. Okay, because Taylor wasn't into so much the, like,
The mustache.
no, the, like, grosser parts of it. So, like,
Okay.
the ending shot, she was just kind of like,
I loved the ending shot. I thought that was really well done.
or the bird. She
That-
didn't like the bird.
I didn't like the bird either, but you know, that's
I was
that's
fine with the
Renfield.
bird. But like when it ended, I was legit like, that was beautiful. I was like, I'm so moved by this story. I love this. I was
Yeah.
like, he was just looking for a way to die. Almost, you know. He just happened to be called
guess.
upon at the wrong like she just didn't know what she opened, you know. So I
Okay.
finally pieced that together because we were both like, why the fuck is it this girl? Why is she the only one that can end him? It's because of the opening scene. The very opening of the movie is her going like, please, like, spirit of comfort, somebody. She basically prayed to him and entered a contract unknowingly.
Yeah.
And that's the sole reason they're linked. She tampered with a force she didn't understand.
Okay.
And now
Okay.
he is solely just like, yeah, you said that, remember? And I'm kind of ready to die. And the only thing that will kill me is you. And that's what's going to happen.
See, I didn't take that he wanted to die. I thought that he was just like, I thought that his need for her was so great that he would forsake everything, which is
Yeah.
also very romantic.
Because he's reading that book and he was like, the only way that he dies is from this type of contract, for this thing to occur. And he, chose to enter the contract. So to me, it was like he chose this, but he also did, want to be with her, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there is the whole thing that, because, he didn't really know her. He just entered that
Yeah.
contract from afar and then just said, like, we're going to be together. Like, I don't really
It's kind
see
of
where that
funny.
love comes in, you know?
It's kind of funny thinking about it in that context. It's just like some ancient god somewhere answers the prayer of someone who doesn't know they're praying.
Yeah.
They're just like, I'm here. What's up? What do you want to do? You want to die? I want to die.
That's kind of what happened, you know? But, there is so much
Okay.
love about it. There's been a lot of discourse about Friedrich, his rich buddy
Okay.
that died later,
Why?
and like what happens there when he died.
What for?
Because he went into his wife's crypt
Well, yeah, I mean,
and things were occurring when he died.
so one thing I want to address is that on TikTok, before I saw this movie, I was getting
Okay.
TikToks about it all up my FYP,
Okay.
which is fine. Like, I didn't get any spoilers, but I got a lot of people being like, "This is the feminist story. It's the feminist movie of the year, of
Yeah.
the century," and I didn't get that out of it. Like, sure, the female lead is very powerful. It is her story, but spoilers, every woman in the movie dies. It's
Yeah.
not a feminine forward story. It's like, yes, she's the one who can save the day, yada yada, but at the end of the day, like, all the women die in order to move the men forward. It's the
Yeah.
girl in the fridge for everybody. Like, all the men are just like, my wife is dead, I'm sad, and that's kind of the motivation for it.
Yeah. I'll have to send you some other people and their takes, because somebody took that wife that died in a different way that I definitely did not.
Okay.
That, like,
yeah,
she
I
meant
would love
something
to hear.
vastly different, and I was like, I didn't take that at all from that. And then they're saying that Ellen, the main girl, she's the repressed desire that, like, women aren't allowed to have in that time.
Yeah, that's
And
when
I
we-
don't even know that I really took that, because she prayed to him, and he, like, filled her with this desire and stuff. I feel like that's when she got that way, was when he would, like, send her these nightmares and these visions and stuff. Because then there's that part where she was like, you could never please me as he does or whatever. But that's stuff that
I didn't understand that part.
he gave her. A lot of people say that's when she's, like, possessed, and then that's when they fool around. But then she switches and starts saying things very personal to him, like that's her actual desire.
Okay.
I took the movie more because she even says, like, is darkness within us, or does it exist outside of us? And in that moment, you think, oh, she's coming at him in this lustful manner because she's possessed, but then the darkness was from within her herself, kind of thing. Her desire, the desire women shouldn't have, kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, I can definitely see that from it. Like, the whole, like, shame and guilt surrounding the sexuality of womanhood, and especially in that day and age, like we were saying, because there's the whole scene of her being in the bed, and she's like convulsing and stuff, and he's like, tie her corset tighter. She has too much blood.
I hated every moment when he was like, oh yeah, she's sick, and he's like, why didn't you just fucking tie her to the bed?
Yeah.
Come on,
duh,
guys.
this is what we do.
And I was like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
People are so stupid.
That's just kind of how it was, though. They're just like,
Yeah.
you got too much blood, we need to drain you. I mean, medicine is clearly, like, anti-woman at that time, because they just didn't understand what the fuck was going on, so they were just, like, making things up kind of on the fly.
Yeah.
But I would love to hear other people's accounts of this movie and tell me what I'm missing in how it is a feminist story, because I feel like I did. It went over my head, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it through the wrong lenses.
And that's not really where I took it. I took it just from I guess, like I was saying, it's more just like the darkness that does exist within all of us. And is that darkness actually dark? So, like,
Okay.
So, like, going back to the scene of the guy and his wife in the crypt, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, that is absolutely atrocious. That is horrible. But it was a man who was dying. He had caught the plague. He was about to die. And all he did now, so that was part of the talk that guy gave, was that he only talked about his wife in an object sense, how he was like so lustful towards her and all that stuff.
A
And I was
rutting
like,
goat.
okay, I see his point. But I don't know, I kind of took it as that was his last moment of love that he could have with her, and it is in a gross way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's, like, a little beautiful. It's gross.
In the same way that Saltburn was beautiful.
Yeah. So apparently that was a discussion from an anime. So Taylor was with her sister over Christmas and all that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know what anime it was that they were talking about, but in the show, this lady has to cut, like, her boyfriend or husband's head off. and then she like gives it a kiss after the fact, right?
Okay.
So, just based by your response, I know your answer. Because she was all like, that's kind of sweet. And Taylor was like, I don't know. And she's like, you wouldn't do that to Robert? And she was like, no, I don't think so.
I think it is sweet. It's just gross.
Well, yeah. So like that moment, there is
Yeah.
a twinge of sweetness, but in a
It's-
very dark act.
Yeah. That's the horror of it. Like, it's
Yeah.
the pull of love from beyond the grave. Like, he just wanted his wife.
And that's where, to me, the movie really sits, is the darkness that you do for love sometimes. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
fucking Nosferatu, like, ate those 2 fucking kids, man. Brutally,
Yeah.
to make a point.
That was fucked up.
Dude, like, I mean, I loved it, but I think I love it more simply because of Nosferatu talk right now.
Oh my
Like,
God.
Nosferatu talk is phenomenal. One of my new favorites. Oh, that's right up your alley. Go ahead and deny it. Tell me that this whole movie's plot, the entire premise of this movie, was for Willem Dafoe's character to get Nosferatu to kill her so he could take her cat.
I can see it.
That's a huge fucking thing right now. It's like the guy comes in to cry for his wife, and he's like, I know, that's such a shame. Such a
Scoops
shame.
the
And then just
kitty.
takes the cat and dips, which is exactly what happens. So that's a
Oh,
big,
man.
like, people are making it so funny.
Yeah, I do like. I didn't hate the movie by any means. I liked it, and I enjoyed my time with it. It wasn't what I expected it to be, and I think that's why my score comes down. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Talking about it now with you and like reliving some of the moments from it, I could bump it up to an 8.
Yeah.
I think it's a solid horror movie, and I think it's a great
Yes.
homage to the original Nosferatu
Yes.
and to the Dracula story written by Bram Stoker.
Yeah. Horror movie,
I
not
loved-
scary movie.
Yes. I loved the ship. I loved the gypsy village. I loved
You love the dong?
I
The
love the
shaded
dom.
shaft?
The shadedest, shaftest
I
there
know.
ever was.
It sure
My
was.
Goodness, Nosferatu is packing.
Dude, I'm digging the mustache. I love the
I
mustache.
love the mustache. Okay, that's
think
part
it's
of the
great.
original book. Dracula has a big fucking mustache in the book, and I was like,
Yeah.
hell yeah! So
I love it.
I think they did a great job with it, and I think
Yeah.
it's something that the actors and creators should be proud of. So, and I think
They
they are.
have
Like
been. Yeah.
every single interview I see with them, they're just like stoked to share it with everybody.
Oh yeah. I'm not doing the voice for you guys. That can be for some
He
other
did a lot for
time.
me pre-recording, and it was great.
I did. So one more thing about the talk, and then we'll move on. The whole thing about like, hey, you have 3 days. Actually, today counts, so really it's 2 days.
Yes, I love that so much.
That's a big joke, and I was like, he did do that. What a fucking
Yeah.
dick.
You have
like-
3 nights. This one's the first night, actually. So I'll be back in 2 nights.
You know what? Just pretend I wasn't here. 2 days. That's what you got. Like, he's just a king, man. He's just a good guy. Not a good guy, but like he's got character. He's got
does, yeah.
panache. I like him.
Panache, indeed.
Oh, he's so good. So anyway, now we will bring this a beefy episode to a close with a big, beefy ending. And I just
Yes.
thought you would enjoy this from the human perspective.
I want to
So-
hear all about it.
Epic, the Odyssey musical that I've been telling you about over the course of 2024, because that's when I only got into it like in April, I think. So Taylor's been into it since 2022. It's been a long fucking time.
Dang.
It officially ended on Christmas Day. So
Nice.
like it's done. It's fucking over. But here's the thing that I think you would enjoy. He flew the entire cast to Ithaca, Greece, where it ends, and they did the final live stream in Ithaca,
That is
like they all got home.
amazing.
You know,
That's so cool.
not everybody went. Like, I think like one of the guys is a doctor now, because some people like just send in like videos to be like, hey, sorry I can't be there, but like happy final watch party and all that stuff. And one of the guys he was like in like a white coat, stethoscope and stuff, and I was like, this dude's a
Dang.
fucking doctor now. Like, can you imagine you go to the doctor and be like, you that dude from Epic?
Can you sing me a song?
That'd be like if you went and Ken Jeong was your doctor now.
Can you imagine? I would lose it.
Like, you would just sit there and be like, what was Bradley Cooper like? Oh yeah, you can take my blood. But like, what was this like? Like it would be weird that your doctor did this thing that so many people know.
Yeah.
One of the biggest ladies in it, she's making a whole other project, so she couldn't go. But like, for the most part, everybody went. And it was supposed to release Christmas Eve, and he had to cancel it.
Oh no, why?
Because he flew to fucking Greece and just expected his laptop to be able to support a stream on some beachfront,
Oh no.
Like, none of it worked. All the upload
Damn.
speeds were shit, so he like kind of cried and had to release a thing being like, we can't do it. I'm sorry.
So sad.
But I filmed all of us watching each song, and I'll cut them together and release that later. And he did it the next day, so he somehow got it to work. He sat on a beach, cliffside,
Oh man.
outside with like these routers and stuff, with a blanket at like 3 a.m. his time, just waiting for this to upload. Like,
Incredible.
absolutely nuts that this guy did that. So Taylor watched it in real time when it came out. I was driving home on Christmas Day, so I watched it when I got home, right? And I didn't watch the full thing. I just watched the ending.
Mm-hmm.
Big tears, man. I'm talking
Oh,
like
really?
wet spot on the couch. Man,
no.
I was like, holy shit, the way he brought it all together. And I would love for you to hear just the last song, because that song is purely about love.
Mm-hmm.
But it means so much more after the journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, it sucks
How
because I
long-
want you to hear just this.
Yeah.
But I would love for you to have all of this so that you could fucking die inside.
How long is like the entire thing? It
Probably
can't
like
be
2 hours maybe.
Okay, that's not bad. I'd watch a 2-hour musical.
It's like a movie. And
Yeah.
and if you watch the live stream thing, they do animate all of them so you can kind of watch it and see what's going
Okay.
on. But they also are like acting it out in the top corner because they did film them watching it. So
Okay.
it's a little ridiculous. There's like fun joke. It's fucking theater kids having fun up in the top corner,
Yeah.
Like, it's them doing wild shit. But the ending is stupidly beautiful. I cannot believe a person who really is not a person, like, he's literally just a dude,
Not a person, just a dude.
has just like made this thing with people he found on TikTok. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
this is one of those weird human things where it's not some studio that, got a high dollar person to write it. Like, this is a guy that just passion project was like, hey, can you make this work? I'll work around your schedule while you're flying home from somewhere to be able to record tonight just to get your part, and then crafted this fucking thing.
Yeah, that's just incredible. I love passion projects. I love it when creative people come together to make something huge and crazy like that. Like, it's
And
inspiring.
had my mind blown. My whole perception has been ruined.
Oh no.
Did I tell you about the thing where, like, there's the part in the musical where his mom is gone,
Yeah.
and then his mom had died, and that's why it means so much? Taylor's like, where'd you hear that? Because his mom's in the live stream. She's sitting there. And I was like, he got her back from the dead? And Taylor's like, I never told you that. And I was like, somebody fucking did.
Oh my God.
Who else talks to me about this but you? And she was like, I didn't tell you that part. So
Maybe you dreamt it.
6 fucking months, I hear that part and be like, wow, that's so horrible for him. Not real. Not even a thing. Just a wholly invented story for myself, you know.
Something you crafted in your own mind. Like, wouldn't it be sad if? And then you made yourself think it was true.
I guess, because that part kills me. And then he cries in the live stream, so I was like, vindicated. That's really what happened. I don't know where this fucking came from. I probably read a comment somewhere and was all like, oh, wow, that sucks. You know? So you can't believe the things you hear online. But yeah, like he goes, okay, time for the launch party. You know, here's this person that plays this guy and this person. There's my dad that plays this guy. And here's my mom. And I was like, what the fuck?
They raised her from the dead.
I was just like, oh my God. Like, that's what shook me the most. Like, his mom's alive.
Burst into tears for no reason at all.
Like, really shook my whole perception of a whole act of the show.
Incredible.
But, man, after this, though, I would like to play you a song.
Okay.
Because I would like to know your thoughts on it. I have thoughts, because it's been a bunch of discourse in the community. It's funny. There's been no discourse the entire time the show was run, and now that it's over, tons of discourse about it. Tons of people fucking coming out of the woodwork to say, this part's stupid, and it sucks, and it's a horrible representation of media.
Yeah.
I think the
okay.
trolls found it and are starting a thing.
That always happens.
But, like, damn, you guys waited till the end? Like, you couldn't have found it in the middle? You just wanted to wait? Like, where you been? Like, they haven't been here the whole time.
And to
And
dunk right at the end.
most of the people that have posted them, all their videos are pulled because people are clapping
Oh.
back on them too hard.
Okay.
But there's one I'd like to play for you because I would just love your opinion.
All right.
But that ended, and it was fucking amazing. It's the thing. It's Kelsey's thing. That's what I call it. And you can zoom out, and you just look at how we are just living things on this planet, all randomly doing our own shit. And somehow this is one of the things that's happening right now. Like, that's wild. And you did that good a job.
It's good to see.
It's crazy. I know for a fact he's going to have some deal in the work to make this something else. There's no way.
I hope so.
So I think you would like it. I am always honest. I was not into it for a lot of the beginning.
Yeah.
And then one thing happened, and I was like, I could get into it. And then, of course, on re-listens, you see how it feeds into that, and you go, oh, that was pretty smart in the beginning. And then now I like it all.
Okay.
I don't think there's one weak spot for me anymore. I had a couple weak spots for a long time where I was like, this is pointless. But like, it all works. And that is YMBToAP 2025. We're back.
Welcome.
We're back, baby. So,
I'm excited.
man, I hope you guys are ready for weekly, not interludes, back to numbers.
Back to numbers. We're back in fine form. True YMBToAP fashion.
That's right. I hope you're ready for this crispy clean audio again. All right. Well, if you guys loved this episode, please tell a friend. Word of mouth is the best way we can get the good YMBToAP into fresh new ears. We release weekly every single Monday. That is the YMBToAP guarantee, the refined, one of the true tentpole cores of the YMBToAP name. That is what we do. That is a weekly, every Monday thing. If you want to talk to us, you can catch us on the Discord. It's open to everybody now. If you want to just
say hi.
Yeah, you can hop in, talk about this show. We have tons of other places. If you're a movie person, come jump on our movie thing. Talk about it all the time. If you are, you probably will like our spooky season 1 where we talk about horror movies, spooky things. That's where I live a lot of the time. Got a big anime one, got a music one that we need to get hopping a little more. So if you're a big music person, come drop some tracks on us. I love hearing a new thing that I'm not aware of. You know, I love that shit. The link to that will be in the show notes. You should just be able to click it, join the Discord, and hey, we will see you guys there. Again, we just want to thank all of our listeners, everybody that's been supporting us all this time, all the way up to season 6. You guys are phenomenal. We're not going to stick with that title all the time because we don't have seasons. We
might. You never know.
Still technically in season 1. It's never ended.
It's never ended.
I mean, what, 4/19, 4/15, 2020. No, 2019.
2019.
4/15/2019. Tally up those Mondays. Every single one, there's been one. You'd be hard pressed to find one. There's not a Monday. But we just want to thank all of you guys. If you've been here all the way back since 2019, anytime in between, you guys are awesome. That's why we do this. We love just interacting with you, sharing the world with you. That's what we hope we're doing here. So thanks for being along for the ride.
And don't forget that our theme song is always The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraj. Please check him out on YouTube. He lives over there, and it's a wonderful spot. As always, thank you so much for listening, and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. Is Robert going to edit out all my burps?
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
I don't know what a podcast is, but I think that this YMBToAP is pretty rad.